Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome back to War Hospital. This is episode number 4. Before we jump into the episode, just let you know what the plan is regarding this series. Now, the intention is to make a long Let's Play out of it. But as for the schedule, beginning with the next episode, episode 5, it's going to start falling into its regular schedule, which is going to be new releases every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So 3 episodes a week at least for the medium term. We'll see long term if the support is there in a similar way to the beginning of the series has been. As for now, let's continue on with the series and a mission that we're being offered here from the get-go, which is holding the trenches dispatched from HQ. They want us to send more soldiers to the trenches in case the intelligence reports are wrong. If we do so, they'll provide us with staff permits, which is actually right now the greatest need that we have, other than a couple short-term supply issues as the game has taken that big twist and pushed us into new areas. But send soldiers with combat power to the trenches worth 12 combat power. Excited to have that one because there's no consequences. It's something we would be doing anyway. We're going to get a bonus for doing what we're already doing. There's no time limit, nothing along those lines, and we're already set for any upcoming attacks. But in the meantime, we need to get on with the program. We already have an upgrade ongoing, so we'll let that play its role, but we do have an assignment situation here. Clearing station is completely full at the moment, so we want to get on with that. And it's all surgery ward. We already have our guy who is resting now. We've got a VIP, but this guy is serious. Might have to bump him up ahead of the VIP. The casualty clearing station is definitely becoming an issue. There are upgrades to help in a couple of ways, and one of those, I think, is getting the advanced dressing station on the go as a holdover until spots clear at the casualty clearing station. And I think that's going to be something to help us out that we're going to need to do, especially with all those extra medics that we already have. No one that we currently have in rehabilitation is ready, but we're going to want this next group to get back to the front, right? So we're going to be sending pretty much everyone to the front in the short term. That'll help keep space cleared.
Sir, patient is cured.
Not sure we finished everything we needed.
Sir,
We're just sending
operation
one.
was successful.
But apparently we've sent enough already that we're getting credit. So we're up to 5. We're up to 5. That's a big number right there because we needed another surgeon. And that's the number we needed to get another surgeon. Another regular surgeon so that we could handle the load. So looking at personnel, yeah, 5 for one more surgeon. You know what, let's go ahead and do that now. Pharmacy upgrade is complete. Let's go ahead and look at the camp improvements. The chemical ward, right? We were expecting patients coming in that were going to have needs regarding the chemical ward, yet
Sir, new patient arrived.
we're not seeing anyone here that requires that sort of care. So if that's the case, we'll let them be. Oh, our VIP just got serious. Go ahead and swap them back, and maybe that means our rest is going to be done. You know what? We'll keep them resting for now.
Sir, patient is cured. Sir, new patient arrived.
Over capacity. Oh, somebody leveled up? Cool. I wasn't aware that this was even a thing. Okay, so it's a medic team, and we can choose what area to level up. They perform better at ADS. They are warm. Works significantly better when working with others. It eats once every 2 days. Morale increases when food rations are set to half. Ambitious. Works significantly better. Well, it's a medic team. Like, what are they going to do? That's the advanced dressing station, though. Let's go ahead and take that bonus. It looks like we're okay on the chemical stuff for the time being, which means we can afford to go somewhere else. Increases chance of operation success in the trauma ward. That's an obvious choice for us. Trauma medicine, okay, chemical medicine supplies can be made now, but not the trauma medicine supplies. Let's go ahead and move one of them down. We might as well start making the chemical weapons supplies. But we need to unlock the other one. This is a quick upgrade, the one we're working on now, so we'll let that finish, but then we'll be moving on pretty quickly.
Sir, patient is cured.
The number of dead keeps rising once again, same as before. I'm not sure they're ever actually making it from the front to us, as we have not lost anyone recently. The third doctor should be here fairly soon. That means it's going to be increased stress on the engineers. We need all these supplies and we're just not going to be able to get them, so we need another engineer as soon as possible.
Sir,
Those upgrade points are largely used up too, as we're down to 9. We're already down under 3 hours on that current upgrade for the operation success.
Sir, patient is cured.
And then we need to start being able to produce the trauma supplies. Another patient heading back to the front. Rehab center has 2 new recently cured patients. And it seems to think we've already sent 12 combat power back to the front, as we've already completed that, so...
Sir, patient is cured.
Do we have the new doctor? We do. We do. We have the new doctor. We have guys that are stable. Resting 5 more minutes. That's fine. The new doctor will take the other one that is. He's resting for another 5 hours. That's going to put it at a fairly similar time, so we'll just go ahead and get on with some easier ones. Finally able to get everyone assigned. Lack of trauma medicine supplies. Our trauma medicine supplies are getting low. We should resupply, otherwise we won't be able to operate on patients with trauma wounds. It can be done either by producing them or ordering them in the train station. Okay, so mission to stockpile back up to 10.
Sir, doctor is starting a new shift.
We're waiting the 1 hour to start the upgrade so we can produce it ourselves. And we're finally under 10 on the casualty clearing station. It's not overloaded any longer. Okay, the upgrade is complete. So on to the production side. And wow, we have to wait for a train to come in. We're so short by 8 supplies. Next train is 6 minutes away. We should probably handle, this assignments. We have some fatigue. Checking out the engineers. Yeah, we got a guy almost done resting. Let's go ahead and put him on the pharmacy to help keep up with our supplies there. It's down to 36 at the moment. And we have an event. HQ run out of chemical medicine supplies, but we are producing that now. They need 10. We've produced 4 so far, but that's 2 staff, and 2 staff is important because I think we can get another engineer with that. We lost one during operation. Wait, was that our VIP guy then? We'll see. How are we looking? Oh no, not the VIP. Not the VIP. I don't want to use the train to drop this guy off, though. We need that train to bring in the supplies. But an engineer will cost 2, so we will get another engineer soon enough. That extra engineer is going to make a big difference.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Patient.
Sir, may I inform you that I left a personal recommendation note with one of the patients who was recently brought to the casualty clearing station.
I already jumped back to 10, 2 new patients, and there's the chemical. There's the chemical need, which we had supplies a moment ago. We suddenly don't. We're back up to 5 at the moment, but we need to build the chemical ward. Which means the How are we
Sir,
supposed to get
operation
supplies
was
for trauma?
successful.
We're down to 1 trauma supply. Yikes. Okay. Camp improvements. We need... Right. Don't have the supply. Meanwhile, what's the chemical one looking like? Okay. No cost for this one, so we'll get this built first. Got an extra guy working on supplies, so we'll put him to it. Well, it's not an extra guy, is it?
Sir, engineers reached the construction site. Sir, operation was successful.
Okay, the chemical ward is complete.
Sir, doctor is starting a new shift.
Got a nurse we need to swap out. We got a lot of fatigue all of a sudden.
Sir, medics are on the way.
4 operations going at the same time. New territory here, folks. Continue with the procedure as is, makes it more risky, or perform a full examination. Longer operation by 15 hours? No. Continue with the procedure. We don't have an extra 15 hours.
Sir,
The risk
engineers
just went
reached
higher,
the
though.
pharmacy.
Yeah, center.
Sir, nurses reached the hospital.
Awaiting decision. We've already got a release from duty in a day. We've got somebody who's going in less than an hour. Maybe we need to send this group together. When is... Train's in 1 minute. It translates to the time, so it's locked in. It's going to be here in under 1 hour. Insufficient resources for the chemical
Sir, operation was
medicine
successful.
supplies.
A dispatch from HQ.
What are we missing for that? It uses the trauma supplies? Oh, it uses the alcohol. Crap. HQ dispatch. Understood. Major Wales, I am grateful of the way you handled the case. Oh, Otto Geschka. Okay, that was our long-term German prisoner last episode who we saved. It was a VIP. And that he had a long-term stay with us in the rehab. We have picked up 5 military contracts and 2 more staff. That's good. Okay, there's one thing. We don't have the alcohol supplies, so we need to first off, we're not producing the alcohol at this stage. So going to here, and then we're gonna have to figure that out. There's the supplies we need here. Camp improvements. Production. We need to check on 2 things here. There's a distillery. That's a pretty easy upgrade, actually. It's an easier upgrade to get. Other than the trauma one. The trauma one's a problem and we need it, but we don't want to wait 4 hours. Let's get one of these guys on it right now.
Sir, nurses are on the way.
This is getting trickier to manage, for sure.
Sir, engineers reached the construction site.
I think we need 2 additional engineers now. We've got to produce alcohol, we've got to produce food, as both of those are starting to run thin. We have to produce the chemical resources, we have to produce the trauma resources. Production requirements just went up by 4, right? It's not just one thing, it's 5 things that have to get produced now. That's gonna be tricky. Shorter rehab for this guy, that's good. He's responding well to treatment, cutting that down by 14 hours. Got 1 surgery that's nearly done. Rehab center's at 6.
Sir, operation was successful. Sir, new patient arrived.
3 more patients arriving.
Sir, we lost this patient.
We lost 1 during surgery there.
Sir, operation was successful.
And we've got some choices here. Okay, there are some that are ready now. Don't think we need to send anyone to HQ right now. So we're going to send some back to the trenches for a bit. We're getting kind of low, though. So, that's... Okay, you know what? We are getting low. We are getting low. 10 military contracts is not low. 10 military contracts is not low at all. What we're getting low on is our train station supplies. So we don't need to be messing with that. So we are To the trenches. For this group. Trench as it is. We'll take that combat power.
Patient is cured.
So that's 2 immediately back to the front. Distillery construction is complete. Okay, next project. 9 supplies short. 9 supplies. Okay.
Sir, operation was successful.
Other improvement. Housing. I want to get 2 engineers. We only have space for 1. So let's make it space for more.
Sir, engineers reached the construction site.
Okay. Oh gosh. One's already well rested. That's all chemical? No, not this one. Okay, well this is going to make it a lot easier with things happening here. It's getting a lot easier, but we do not have the supplies. Do we have to order these supplies then? Wait. Order resources. What it's using is the military contracts. Oh, the cost isn't that bad. It's 3. This has been changed. There has been an update to the game since release. Things did feel a little high. Food rations. Only 1 to bring in 10. Oh, but we only have 8. So we're going to have to back off theoretically on here. That's 7. And we'll get in 10 alcohol. There you go. That's our 8. So we are going to order supplies for the first time. That just used up our upgrade points though. Oh, they came in immediately. Oh, nice. Okay. So it didn't use up a train. We're still going to get another order. But that means we're going to have to make... Wow. Well, look at that rehab center. We're going to have to start sending in guys to HQ. To replenish. So we're going to put them back to pending and send them as a group because they're all going to occupy a train. And we're not going to get supplies. It's going to be personnel for that train. So send them all at once. Okay, what do we have? A longer operation by 1 hour will help. Or just a longer operation by 2.5 hours. Well, longer operation either way. Therefore,
Sir, new patient arrived.
generally less time and more effect. We've got 1 week now to the big counteroffensive. 5 patients. No supply. We've got nothing in the chemical ward at the moment. 2 VIP chemical ward, guys. Did we not just unlock the chemical ward? I need to bring in the first free doctor. We've got a guy here who is serious. That'll be faster. Okay, that's good. We'll go up there. Finish your rest. Yes.
Sir, operation was successful.
Okay, staff. Yes, first one's free. What's not free is the supplies, and the supplies are an issue. We can get 1 of those guys treated, but not both. Still waiting for the upgrade to be done so we can get 2 engineers in. For a while I was thinking staying alive in the game is going to be relatively
Sir,
easy.
new patient arrived.
Winning the game was going to be tough. I'm starting to get the feeling that this might be difficult to just stay alive, and that winning the game is going to be a whole different matter. Lots of new patients and assignments, and things are getting crazy. Gotcha. The distillery. Okay, the alcohol. We need that. Lack of trauma medicine supplies. Yep, I gotcha. Oh, they gave us some. We just got plus 10. Oh, no.
Sir,
Was that the arrival of
operation was
supplies?
successful.
That was the new supplies arriving, right? Plus 10, plus 10.
Sir, operation was successful.
Next train coming in a minute. Rehabilitation center almost full. How many of these guys are ready to go? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to send them all to HQ. Will an hour and a half be enough to get them on that train? Got 2 guys that are at the hour and a half. No, the train's gonna be here in 1 hour. So no, they're gonna miss. We are somehow plus 18, but things just have taken a whole new level of like, holy crap. Okay, we have a rested, but not fully rested. We got 7 for this department. Chemical ward. That doctor's not here yet. None of these guys are high risk, but we do have a stable one. Space for more engineers finally now means we can spend those 4 staff points to bring in 2 more. The physician is here, the trauma specialist is here, the 3 surgeons are here. We'll have those 2 incoming. But strains on food is getting more and more serious. Another surgical decision to be made. Looking for comprehensive treatment. If we perform only life-saving procedures, the risk is way too high. If we extend the operation time by almost 3 hours, we will cut the risk in half. Basic treatment's gonna make we have to extend. Like, that's the only option.
Sir, nurses reached the hospital.
5 surgeries all happening at once. It's getting busy. Getting busy around here. We are dealing with some fatigue. Surgical supplies are getting used up a lot faster now, especially with 3 surgeons. And lots of resources are getting used at the moment. And yeah, we don't have enough engineers, but we'll get there.
Sir, engineer is on the way.
We are just short on the supplies to make the upgrade. That 550 that we need.
Sir, operation was successful.
50. That is our 50th saved patient. Long ways to go. I've been trying to think of what the overall objective will be. I don't know if there's some sort of end date, right? We have this attack in a week. What's beyond that? Is that the end? Or does the front move and there's some sort of reset and we continue on?
So
or
we lost
what?
this patient.
1 patient has died. Morale's at 50% by now. Supplies are low, but on the go. We're back to 13 on the alcohol. That's higher than it's ever been. But some of that came from, is that our 2 new surgeons? Or engineers? Looks like that might be our 2 new engineers. Okay. 1 surgery thing. No longer fit for duty. Amputation. Or shorter rehabilitation, increased costs of 1. Yeah, give them the stronger medicine. Yes, yes indeed. There is 3 new engineers. So, pharmacy, 2. We've got 1 for the engineering department. We've got 1 for there, and we've got 1 finally to start doing some food. We will have to do a rotation of sorts, but that's huge that we're finally going to be producing some of the other things we've needed. And 771. 771. We have the supplies at the moment. So, camp improvements. What we need is production. There it is. Stress relievers. It's the food. The food's not as urgent. Okay, I feel like we're going to have to keep 2 on surgical supplies at all times right now, as that's just flown down to 9. Rehab center. 8 waiting. 8 waiting. What do we have for you? And 7 of them are pending. We do need the medical contracts again. We might need supplies at some stage, and there's many waiting on decision. This is time for a wave of send to HQs. We'll see how many we get. All of the ones that are waiting right now. So 6, that's what we're gonna get. 6 it is. Oh, there's another. There we go. 9. Oh, I like that number much better. The other 2 that are waiting, we're going to send them.
Sir, patient is cured. Sir, engineers reached the construction site.
We're going to need another morale boost at some point. New patient's already in. No respite. No rest for the wicked here. We are just full on. But staff contracts are not. Staff contracts are at 0. Military contracts are back up to 10 now. The alcohol has anything over 10 is going to be considered a positive balance. We're negative on the trauma and the chemical, but at least they're starting to come up. It's just the surgical one that's in trouble, and the resources. In fact, we just dropped to 1 there on the surgical supplies there for a moment. It could halt some of our surgeries at some point. We're at plus 19 for the moment. That's good to see. Operating ward in full effect. All 5 surgeries ongoing. With 2 engineers, we should hopefully get caught up on the surgical. Right, we've got everyone assigned. And we've reached plus 20 for the time being.
Sir, operation was successful.
This next attack is going to be late evening on the 14th here, and it's already the morning of the 14th. So we do have an attack coming later tonight, but we're looking just fine to get through that. We're handling the load with the casualties at the moment,
Sir,
but our train
operation was
station
successful.
low on supplies. We've only had 2 recently. The rest all need to be cargo. Oh, these are upcoming. So we're expecting 252 supplies, 10 food coming in the next little bit. I'm wondering if there's an upgrade that's going to increase the amount, because it looks like that's something we now need. The number of staff we have, the number of engineers we have, the number of patients we have suddenly requires a whole lot more resources than surgical supplies. Back up to 9 where it was down to 1 just a little bit ago, but the overall supplies down to 13. It's nearly out. Train 40 minutes and we're at 2 supplies.
Sir, we lost this patient.
Out of materials. Out of materials. Assignments is what we were wanting to do. There we go. Get the exhausted one some rest. Nurses. Okay, we have an exhausted one there. Get her some rest. And the engineers, everybody's okay for now. Somebody's working on that one project that's nearly done. We just swapped out a nurse and immediately the next one's tired. Oh wait, give me a break, rehab center.
Nurses reached the rehab.
Dang, that got busy fast. Where'd all these new guys come from? Do we need a morale boost right now? No. No, we do not. Do we need to send anybody to the headquarters? No. So to the trenches it is. We can swap that out if need be. For now,
patient is cured.
We've got to increase some capacities here. Stress relievers production construction is complete. And we need to figure out what our supply is like. That train has arrived, so we do have supplies once again. We're making 2.4 general supplies, surgical supplies, and we're using, this is why this stuff just adds up. It's so expensive, all of it. The collection, that's where the supplies are all going now. But we're making 0.7. That's not much per hour. Right? It's taking more than an hour to make 1. It's taking roughly, it's almost a 1-to-1 on the alcohol. Let's let that guy rest for a little bit longer before we pull him out of there. And we've got the nurse that's resting to swap into the operation ward before too long. And well, yes, we need to think about the next upgrade. Constant, right? It's just constant, one thing after another. I'm liking that it really does start testing you as you get deeper and deeper into this. As here comes some more patients for us. Casualty clearance station was down to 2 though. I mean, that part's nice. And we've only lost 1 of them, even though it says we're at 34. I don't know about that part. We've gone from 20 to 34 with 2 patients dying, maybe 3. None for the surgery ward, so they are all resting. That's going to allow us to recover some supplies, which is fantastic. But we have got to rest. So it's going to be a while before we get to this guy. A lot of needs for chemical warfare stuff is a factor. This guy's ready. Let's get you in here and see what we've got. Low usage on the supplies, that's good. But again, it's the alcohol. Jeez. And takes 2 hours. And 1.8 alcohol in 2 hours to complete, and that's harsh. That is harsh. This guy's exhausted. Let's get a rest. The nurse is recovered, so that's good.
Sir, medics are on the way.
Just about ready for that shift system. We've got a lot of people micromanaging it. Well, not the easiest thing. Saves. Yeah, it is making it easier. 2 minutes till the next 2 hours. Sorry, till the next train. Will the supplies hold out for now?
Sir, operation was successful.
Surgical supplies have improved and we don't have the patients that we need right now. The alcohol, it's still over 10. In fact, it's right where it was at 13. Chemical supplies are up from 7 to 10, so it's increasing. But we have a lot of patients right now that are in that ward. The trauma supplies should have a rest here, and we're just getting started on that one, but it's down at 3 at the moment. The biggest concern is the supplies coming on the train, and a whole lot of fatigue setting in. Why? Double exhaustion. Okay, well, let's get one of them to rest. Let's get two of them to rest, actually. And bring the other one in. Meanwhile, we're not hitting up the food, but the food is just slowly decreasing. So it won't take long to get caught up on the food. At least I feel like that's the case. Okay, what do you got for me? Hard feelings. And consequences are the choice, and I only have one choice, so there's no choice. Balahay, the person who told you about his German friend, comes up to you. Okay, you remember this guy last episode? He had a German friend. He got a letter about him being wounded, and he feared that it was one of the guys we're treating who inflicted the wound, and so he's conflicted. Comes up to you in the hallway. Sir, thank you for the counseling sessions. I've come up to some conclusions. Of course, it still pains me to know that people get killed, but I can't change that. What I can do is do my part and help keeping them alive. Just wanted to say that, sir. Good. Resolved in a positive way. Hello, rehab center. What you got going for me? Gosh, all those sent to the trenches. We got a few released from duties that are automatic. I guess we'll keep the trend going of the send to trenches. It's just the rehab's not done. Anybody almost done? No. Got a few hours minimum. Quite a few of them, 3 to 4 hours. We have an event here as well. Character leveled up. A nurse. Yes. Thank you. She's absent-minded. Works slightly worse at the CCS, which CCS is something. Carrying works much better at rehab center. That's where the nurses come in handy the most. That might be a good thing. She'd have a bonus there. Works significantly better when working with others, but we don't have enough nurses for that. They're always working solo. Dependable for now. Tire significantly slower when working solo. That's kind of handy under the current circumstances. Others working with them perform better, so funny. Carrying is a bonus in one place, but she's constantly rotating. She might be there now. But once she rests, she'll come back into a different place, and by the time she cycles back to the rehab center, it would have been quite a bit longer. For now, this is good on the rotation things, making her dependable.
Sir, doctor is starting a new shift.
Another event. We're getting hit left and right here. Important job. Same person who complained about their work partner, Hudson Hogan. Okay, that was, again, last time. Spewing big word about the importance of work comes to your desk. I knew it was a good idea to speak to you, sir. He is working harder now. His message is far more believable. Heck, he even inspires me to work harder. They smile at you. Thank you, sir. Sweet. Both of those have gone rather well.
Sir, doctor is starting a new shift.
All right, folks. Well, operating ward is empty at the moment. Let's throw in a pause here. But the clearing station has 7, so there are choices to be made. Some of those choices have already been made, and some of those choices involved resting before doing the next round of surgeries. So we're at a little bit of a hold moment. Checking in on the supplies, because everything is suddenly just... Demand is through the roof across the board. Rehab center's full. A lot of guys, but we've got a little break before we're going to have any more coming in there. That'll help. That'll alleviate that pressure, and those guys are all going to the front, and many of them are in that, now I'd say like 2 hours to 3 hours range to exit, probably 3 or 4 of them. That should bring that number down, especially before we have a bunch of surgeries come down. But clearly we need to work on upgrades to increase capacities in various areas. In the meantime, looking at the bottom, morale's at 50%. That's okay. It's not dropping too bad, but at some point we'll have to release guys back to the public to, add 8, 9, 10% to that at some stage when we get down to about 45 to get us back above 50. 0 staff points, but that's okay because we've been using them as we get them. 10 contracts, not a great number, but it's enough to get us through a couple upgrades, supplies if we are desperate. 14 alcohol supplies. That number's ever so slightly growing, so it's keeping up. It's doing what it needs as long as we keep somebody working on it. 95 food. slowly becoming a problem. Max is 200, so it's not like it's ever great. And we haven't gotten around to doing anything with that, but we'll try to get somebody in there from time to time to get that a little boost. It's very slowly deteriorating. 10 chemical supplies slowly increasing. That's where a lot of our surgeries right now are scheduled for the 7 that are there. So that's going to be very slowly using that, and hopefully we can just keep that a slow positive balance. The trauma is just getting started, but it takes so long to produce. We've gone from 3 to 4. Is that because of surgeries, or is that because of it just really takes that freaking long? Surgical supplies, we're all the way down to 1. They're back up to 22. If we can keep 2 guys on it, I think we'll be okay. At the moment, the concern is the train. Like, we're not really keeping up with that, but 24 minutes till the next train, so another shipment coming, and we haven't run out. We ran out before. If we can still have 10 at the end, then again, that would be a slow positive balance, theoretically, of slow growth and getting to safety eventually, but we want to see that increase too if there's an upgrade available to make that happen. Things are tricky right now, but my oh my, have we gone the right direction this episode. We went from plus 10 to plus 26. We've saved a lot of patients here. I think we lost 3 technically, though. 32-22, weren't we? Something like that. And it says we've lost 12, but I think a lot of those just never made it to us from the front. And that would be another one of those upgrades to get that advanced dressing station. So things to do, things to ponder, or upgrades to come. But in the short term, we've handled the chaos. We're not in the clear, especially the general supplies, like the freight. That is right on the edge and has been on the edge here for a bit now. It wasn't that it was on the edge. We spent everything we had to start being able to produce the trauma supplies. Like, we had 560 and we spent 550. That's what's putting us there. But we don't seem to have much of a positive balance right now, where we were max. All of a sudden we're minimum. Don't want to be there. Want to get away from that. We want to get safe. That is going to do it for this episode, though. Remember, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is the schedule now for this series, starting with the next episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.